West Auckland. It's a beautiful day outside and it's a beautiful day inside. We've had 3 televised games under our belt now, Gene, and we're getting closer and closer to the business ends of these rounds. So every touchdown is vital for these teams as we work our way to the finals, which kicks off around 1:30, I think it is.
Yes, so we've got our girls section B coming up, and we have Huntly College versus James Cook in the girls section. So this is going to be an interesting game here that we'll have today, and it's our second live stream girls match of the day. So it'll be interesting to see where these teams have sit during the morning there, George.
Yeah, it is, and what I've seen, I just had a quick whiz around the courts there, and I see some amazing talent, and there's a few first-time players here. When they get a few games under their belt, you'll be starting to see some things happen later in the day. But we see some striking steps and some beautiful intercepts throughout the day, but when we put them all together, it's going to be beautiful to see when it comes to finals time. So as we can see here with our next game, we've got Huntly College taking on James Cook in the mix on the girls B section. At 11:50 we'll go into a mixed game. Hobsonville Point taking Kaipara, and then 12:30 boys A game, and that'll be the last round game that we'll see, and then we're into the business end. And we've got the rules of turbo touch here. Number 1, tap ball start or restart. Starts with a tap, release from the hands, move with the foot and regather. Number 2, pass any direction you want, but you can't kick it, guys. You can't kick it. And number 3, 2 touches and then a handover. If you drop it, it's handover straight away. On defense, remember this one, 2 meters, 2 seconds. You got to wait 2 seconds and be 2 meters away before you can advance. In touch, it's 7 meters or 5 meters. Here we go with the active zone. So just remember, this is where we score all the touchdowns or all the points that are scored. With the active zone, you do not want to be going in there. You have to place the ball in the active zone without stepping in it first. But to make it active and be able to score, how many passes do you have to do, Jean?
2 passes.
Beautiful. Hey, here's one for you. What if it's an intercept?
Intercept, you're allowed to, that's open straight away. God,
there
you put me
you
under the pump a little bit there, George.
You passed the pop quiz 1 from 1. I'm glad you know it, because that could have, if you were reffing, you might have been debating out there. And how good is it to see all these referees here today during work time, and we've got great numbers and putting on a good show here in the green vest, and we'll find out who our referees are for this game later on in the match. The girls are ready for action. They're warmed up, and we're going to have a great game here between Huntly and James Cook.
And James Cook are here to start us off with the match. So they're in the yellow strip, and we've got Huntly in the blue strip for our girls game today, George. So James Cook there with their first touch. And great pressure there from Huntly College as well. Good footwork. And a handover ball. So again, handover or restart, we are using a tap ball and making sure that we release the ball on our tap. Huntly College here looking to get out of the area and down to the active zone. Great pressure there from James Cook High.
You'll see a lot of drop balls, you see a lot of ball to ground and handovers in this game, and that's how it's played, because it's so fast, so intense. You're under pressure when you have to pass it. You've only got 2 touches, so you'll be risking a lot more than you would in a normal game of touch where you can just take a touch. You've got 6 of them, but today you only have 2 before you hand it over. But the key is, once you've done that mistake, straight into transition onto defense, because you'll get it back straight away as well.
James Cook here trying to look for an opening. And again, it's awesome seeing the girls' ball skill with their long balls and connection there. Some of the passes are full court from one end to the other end, so it's a great game to utilise your skill sets in. Yeah,
Gene, it's been just over a minute now, and what I can say is the defence is very, very good. Here we go. We've got our first player that's gone into the active zone, which has put herself offside, and it's an instant handover to the other team. These girls know how to play, so they're applying a pretty good man-on-man defense, so there's not many openings. And when a game's like that, you have to move lots to try and lose your player. There we go, just a bit of space there. Nice little breakaway.
Lots of running. in Turbo Touch as well. So especially if you're going to play the man-on-man defence, if your man's running, you're running with them as well. So again, it's a fast-paced, high-quality game, Turbo Touches. Great skill there, good agility from James Cook. She's looking to head down, and a touchdown there for James Cook High. Looks like our referee has pulled something up though. No, we're clearing that one. 1-0. Great defence there from James Cook again. They're really abiding by the 2 seconds and 2 metres from the first pass, and then really putting the pressure on the second pass. Oh, I thought she was thinking about that one more before she had that ball there, but the right idea there from James Cook.
Oh, you see a lot of that where they're just thinking about it, but the activity of ball to hand and then getting it down might not be crisp. But just imagine doing that over and over in these type of games, and you go back to your other sports.
Absolutely.
Like you can think at this level, at this speed, when you play your other sports, it's just going to be so easy.
It's a great sport for cross-coders, and we talked about it all morning. Whether it's netball, volleyball, touch, tag, softball, there's something in Turbo Touch that you can utilise for your own codes anyway. And just your general fitness. I mean, these girls are going to be running up and down for 15 minutes, non-stop.
Yeah, who likes going down the park to do their short, sharp sprints, right? Doing 100 of them. You're probably doing 200 of them in this game, and you're doing it with a smile on your face.
With a smile on your face. It's even better. Huntley there looking, great pass off, but I think she just might have went in the active zone before she put the ball down. And so James Cook there utilising their 2 passes nice and early to open up. And just with a drop ball there, Huntley looked to return on attack.
I kind of relate it back to the touch game in the sense for your wingers getting a lot of ball, that there's a pressure situations, you have to get it down really quick, and you see that happening all the time in this game. So it's quite a good skill set to develop within Turbo Touch and take back to your normal touch game, especially if you're a winger.
Absolutely. And the skill set just grows so much even over touch. So the more opportunities you get to utilise your skill sets, the more you want to try and put them in. And we've just got a touchdown there from James Cook, which has taken them to 2-0 over Huntley with 5 minutes of the game gone. Great little shot of our little man refereeing there today. He's been a part of nearly, I think, as more than I've been at the Turbo Touch Secondary School Nationals as well, George. So always great to see our referees coming to support our day. Again, all volunteers, taking time off work, or would in our referees' case, school. So an awesome environment for them to be a part of. And we push heavily with our awhi against our referees as well, so making sure they're fully supported and they're well looked after, and they're a big part of our game. Without them, we won't be able to have such an event like what we have today.
Oh, total for that one. And then on the other side we see there Tiff, no stranger to the South Auckland area, as a development officer for touch today here in the green shirt. She does a lot of work in the schools promoting Turbo Touch as a versatile skill set relating back to touch and other codes as well. James Cook with the ball once again, 2 points on the scoreboard for them. Just over 5 minutes gone. Here's that tight defence.
Yeah, it has been great defensive from both schools. Huntley have put on a lot of pressure for James Cook, and again the defensive pressure is just is full on for these girls. So it's really great defensive efforts from both sides at a 2-0 scoreline as well.
Yeah, beautifully timed there by Huntley. Must have been listening to the ref when to advance after that 2 seconds.
Great skill there. Oh, she was just looking to release. They'd only made 1 pass, so they needed to make sure that there was another pass before the touchdown. And just as she went to pass off, a little fumble in there. So turnover now. We go to Huntley back there. Oh, great skill. Looking to clear that. See our referee just clearing that touchdown there. So Huntley are on the board now with 2 to James Cook and Huntley on 1. 8 minutes left in our girls section match.
What a great try that was, and body fully going one direction and hooking over the shoulder to put a nice streamlined pass back just in front of the active zone to put them on the board there. Huntley with their first touchdown, but anything they can do James Cook can do better at the moment. 3 touchdowns to 1.
Again, the pace of the game, you being able to score in a 10 to 20 second time frame. So it's all about that transition. If you don't have the ball, you've got to quickly turn and get onto defence. Great pressure there from James Cook High. Again, they'll look to attack there. Huntley, she's waiting her 2 seconds before she attempts to make any contact. Touch 1 there. 1 more up their sleeve before it's a handover ball. And a great little intercept there. The referees just signalled there an offside. So he's nice and clear with his instructions. The girls understand and know where to take the tap from. So great work from our referee. Back to 1 again, another motion. James Cook down around their attack zone. Trying to use a flick on, and great skill there.
Yeah, nice movement and understanding that her defender was standing more than 2 metres away to get the ball back. There was no time for her to readjust and get the touch in there. Good touchdown to James Cook.
And those little things you'll start to pick up during the day even. It won't take you very long to know that you've got to be nice and close, especially around that active zone. Again, another touchdown awarded there to James Cook High, which has taken them to 5. Huntley will look to attack now and get some more points on the board with a quick offload, and she'll slide back in there. So again, that was a 4-second touchdown between getting one on you. So we know the pace of the game is within that 4 to 10 second, the whole game changes. So we're back at 5-2.
Well, then we could put it down to try and then another try. So 2 tries scored in 5 seconds.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
And as the game's gone on, we've seen more tries because the defensive effort's probably been pushed back a bit, but that's just due to the intensity of running around defensively and how much that takes out of you. So as the game does go on, you will likely more to see touchdowns than defensive efforts.
And this will be game 3 for them on the timetable. So the fit ones will be starting to show out a little bit more.
Yeah.
Ones that have put the effort in.
Referees pulled up a touch and pass just down here, so this is going to be a great scoring opportunity here for Huntley to capitalise in this position with 2 touches that they can utilise, and a great little flick on pass, but I think we've pulled the touch there. Referee signalling a touchdown, so it's a tap there to Huntley, and they'll use the flick on again. Nice and active.
Yeah, good honesty there by number 4. Said the ball was down before I could even make a touch on that one. There's that good 1-2 play around the zone. We got to see it that time. 1 pass flick straight back and just manoeuvred away from the defender before they could react.
Not sure if that last one was a touchdown.
Oh, you're not giving that one? Shivers.
If that is, it's going to be a nice close match to end with again. Huntley on the ball now, looking to head down to their active zone. Getting rid of touch back there. Getting rid of their 2 passes as early as they can. Yep, there we have it at 5-3 there with 4 minutes remaining. James Cook on the ball now. Great defensive effort there from Huntley. They'll look to hold this one out to stay in the match here. And our referee has again signalling the offside. Nice and clear signalling there from our referee. Girls understand. Little bit of confusion here. Sending over there just to restart the tap there from the other side. So we're back into it. Just a missed touch opportunity. She needs to get rid of the ball. Great recovery from Huntley. They'll have 1 more touch up their sleeve. Huntley will look to hold this one out. Oh, great effort there. Good old flick on. Taps, passes off, moves to some clear space and gets the ball straight back. Great work from James Cook High. 6-3.
I'm liking what I see from James Cook College. They've obviously been practicing this and got a good understanding of the game and a great skill set. So I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see them later on today in the grand finals.
They definitely have method behind the madness with the James Cook High School girls anyway, so they're going to be a team to be reckoned with in the ending bit of this tournament today. Score still at 6-3 there with 2.5 minutes remaining on the clock. And again, George, we talked about it in our last game. That's still plenty of time. We've also talked about how long it is to score a touchdown, and we've put it at the 4 to 5 second mark as well. Huntley get perfect opportunity here now with nice and close to the active zone with 2 touches up their sleeve, and unfortunately just a drop ball there, and James Cook will be able to turn around and attack. Looks like a Huntley ball just heading towards halfway there. Good little pass over the top. Oh, great touch there from James Cook. Great call by referee. Touch one more up their sleeve. Good flick on. We've got a touch there from James Cook. Nice and early touch, quite clear on her comms. And it's a handover ball. Great pressure there from Huntley defenders. Pushing her attackers down. She's trying to get some footwork. Great little footwork there. Some goosies going on and a couple of steps. Great touch, great defensive effort there from James Cook, and again just put the pressure on nice and high. They weren't allowing any space for the attackers to maneuver around. She's taking control. Great touch there from Huntley. Good call from our referee. Huntley with 45 seconds on the board will look to head down there and finish off their scoring opportunities, but unfortunately just a drop ball at halfway. So James Cook with 30 seconds left on the clock will put another nail in the coffin there, George, and take that score to 7-3 to James Cook High.
Yeah, nice touchdown there. And they need to pick it up here, and as they pick up the speed, unfortunately the ball goes to ground. So if they can get a couple of touches in here, they might be able to get a couple more on the board, but I think they're out of range now to bring this back to at least the draw. James Cook, too good today. Started strong, started even, but I think the fitness of James Cook and the experience they have has made dramatic difference to the end result.
Absolutely. They're running, and they're still running with 0 seconds on the clock. They're still winning the ball and manning up on defence. So they've got a lot left in their tank as well, which is awesome to see for the morning of the tournament.
And there we have it, folks. That's the last touchdown of this game between Huntley College and James Cook High School. And what a game it was. James Cook, a team to watch out for in the future. Huntley College started really well with 3 good touchdowns, but the final score, 7-3 to James Cook. Turbo Touch. Play it, love it.